case they were going to. All right, I call to order our August 11, 2026 board meeting for Richland Township. You've received a packet. Has all the information. We have minutes from our 7/7 meeting. You had opportunity to read them. I'll accept a motion to accept those minutes.
So moved.
A motion by Bill, a second by Dale. Any questions, comments, or corrections?
No.
Not, we have a motion to accept. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. So sign that one. So that we don't- I get mixed up sometimes. That goes to Bill. His packet.
Yes.
If you want,
You want me to sign
yeah,
it
go ahead
right
and sign it now. That way. Bill, you can sign that. Give it to Dale. Dale, that is your copy. Next item are our July 2026 financial sheets. Include the final statement from Key Bank, PNC bank statement, PNC reconciliation statement, month-end balance sheet, bank transaction ledger, and township budget year to date. I'll accept a motion to accept those reports.
Make the motion to accept.
Dale,
Second.
second by Michelle. So we'll go through these. If you have any questions, jump in there. Get it all together. I went ahead and included the final bank statement from Key Bank. We did some cleanup of a couple outstanding checks last month and transferred the balance of that there. That balance is in, statement is in balance at zero. That is the last time you'll see Key Bank there. Next is PNC checking. Statement is in balance. You have a listing of all the bank statements with all the deposits, all the checks that are written out, and which ones are outstanding. There's a list of checks. That outstanding balance $28,547.99. Next is PNC money market savings account. Statement is in balance. You have that statement there, ending balance $303,485.73 with the bank statement there as well. Next item is the month-end balance sheet. Rainy day fund sits at $27,734. Township fund $458,923. Township assistance $20,464. Fire equipment debt $14,391. Cemetery conveyance $28,78. And payroll deductions of $1.48. Ending balance $524,393,171. Any questions on the month-end balance sheet? Next item is the bank transaction statement. Shows all the checks that are listed out there. You'll notice the three checks written there for the painting services. One was for deposit, one was for midterm, and one was for the final. So I had that written out all at the same time, so we had them, and he's been getting them accordingly. He'll get that final check tomorrow, Thursday, I believe it is. Couple mowing ones there, that's other than that, it's pretty much the same. Any questions or comments?
What's the Waymeyer fleet?
Waymeyer.
Very bottom.
That's-
92.95.
I still can't have,
The third from the bottom.
that is, was the, what do you call it, the box in the back of,
Oh, yeah, the box put it back of Josh's Suburban. keeps the gear in place and it's organized. It's important, just a box. It's a whole
Like-
containment system.
It's a containment system, so
Yeah.
in there
Like
doesn't.
specific for
The gear, yeah, it
doing
was
that.
specific, it was custom built for that truck. It's got a slide out for the TV, for the drone, all that stuff. It's a very nice setup to last for many years.
All right, any other questions? If not, budget report. We're under payrolls, we're at 57%, where everything else should be recording. Supplies, 12%. Usually don't make supply purchases till the end of the year. Going down on the other services and charges, we're at 54%, where we should be. Nothing unusual happening in those areas. Capital outlay, we're at 16%. We'll spend a good bit of that here in the next few days. Cash balance at the end of the month was 458, 923, 34. Any questions on the financial statements? Not, we have a motion to accept and a second. All in favor of accepting July 2026 statements signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item is a note from the clerk, which corrects several previous months' statement. As we were transferring funds from Key Bank to PNC, we were instructed from Tom's Web to do it one way, State Board of Accounts said to do it another way. So that changes all that. I have the paper trail on it if you want to see it. But the statement as of tonight is good. The corrected statement will be submitted. Actually, it's already been submitted to the State Board of Accounts. That's just more of an information. If you look at January, May, and June, you'll see those funds, the ending cash balance hasn't changed. It's just reporting of how that transfer was made. Any questions on that?
No.
Next is the trustee mileage reimbursement. Yeah, date, start, finish. Where'd start go? Got cut off. Total miles, purpose, 49 cents a mile, $87.71. I'll entertain a motion to accept the mileage reimbursement.
Pay the man. Second.
Dale, and seconded by Bill. Any questions?
No.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next is the resolution 2026-8, additional appropriations to move the balance of the payroll deductions of $1.48 to the township fund. You'll recall we did this several years ago. For some reason, years ago, the payroll deductions that was off. So, but it's been the same, so that we're cleaning our books up there. So that $1.48 we're recommending to get transferred to the general fund. And we need a resolution for that. I'll accept a resolution, a motion to accept resolution 2026-8.
Second.
Second by Dale. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. That's all the issues from the State Board of Accounts. We had a meeting with them and cleared up a bunch of things, and then appreciate Michelle clarifying several things for Rachel and myself Saturday, and we'll have that prepared for you for budget capital improvement fund for the next meeting. Speaking of our next meeting, we had been looking at bouncing that around. That will stay on Tuesday. We were initially looking at shifting that to Thursday. As my schedule cleared up, I should say cleared up, as my schedule finalized, I will be home barring major vehicle problems, I will be home in time for that meeting. If not, Dale and Michelle have a pack of information and you can handle that. I'll call in from the side of the road. But we will not have our August finances done. Obviously, I'm gone, Rachel will be gone as well. But we'll have everything prepared. That is the public hearing for our budget, as well as we'll be covering capital improvement, but that's not a public hearing, right?
No, it's not public.
So that'll be taken care of there. So Tuesday, regular Tuesday meeting, September 8th. If for some reason you can't be here, call Jamie or call Chief and we'll come pick you up. We need at least 2 of you here to vote on our budget.
Get the fire truck this year.
That's right. So we'll talk about budget here. Some of our repeat customers will be receiving in the next couple of days some mowing letters.
That one down on the Bill Norton ground.
One, the triangle down on Scatterfield and the former funeral home up on 9.
Yeah, but that guy there, just before you get to the bridge, we always had trouble with that guy. On that 109, just before you get to the bridge, where that part of Bill Norton's 30s thing, they've blown that in good shape.
Yep, they've been keeping that mowed very well. There's another section that is owned by somebody else that's the problem we have. So. I did send out 2 letters last month. And I was glad to know I sent them out one day. The next day, 2 days later, when I was driving around, they had already mowed them. So I said, that works out real well. They mowed it before they got the letters. And the neighbors who call me always call me back, going, well, you move really fast. I know, we aim to please.
Sure.
So, Richland Township Cemetery, I had hoped to have an update from the attorney on the deed. That should be in process. We're waiting on him. He may be on vacation, so the public notice went out on that, so it should be ready to go. We are on the cemeteries. Belt Services is ready to go as soon as we get that deed. We have a handful of pre-arrangements that are waiting for that to happen. Mr. Belt is also working on a dozen cemetery headstones back at Nelson Cemetery. He's hitting them 10 at a time, given the signed contract for them there, so it should be good. All right, next is I've already mentioned September 8th, our budget hearing meeting at 6 o'clock. Make sure you're here, and then the budget vote will be the 13th. So you can be sick next time. You just can't be sick in October. Chief?
Lots going on. The bay painting project will be finished up this week. We appreciate that. It's making a tremendous change out there today. So you have to take a look at that, work out there. The fire hose flag that we had done, made out of hose from our department. One was split at each station today. It's hung out today, so I'm going to take a photo after that. We're dealing with an AC issue here that we're going to talk about here in minutes. So we've got a back coil up in here. It's dripping water. They condensation, so that's an issue that has to be addressed. So lots going on as usual.
Any questions for the chief? So each meeting, I say, yep, we're saving up, we're working on. Well, we're now at the point of getting those projects lined up. The septic field, nothing has changed since our last meeting. That project in concrete has been pushed off. They won't get the engineering study and everything done. We won't be able to do that till the spring. So we're moving up some of the other areas under capital improvement to fill in and pushing that off until next year. Septic and cement. I talked to Chief Hendrick about little product you can put over some of the real rough area there for $30 and it'll sit there for a year. It keeps the tires from getting tore up. Painting of the bays should be finished up here Thursday or Friday. Gotta go back there. I walk in every day and I just smile. It looks like a totally different
Nice
place
day.
and well-needed project. I have a bid 2 years ago. A year ago, we painted the west side of the building in the front. Now we'll paint the back, the west side and the back. We've also including the little shed out there, the concrete shed. Keep that. We put a new roof on there, so keep it from falling in and deteriorating. And when
And
we
we're actually using that shed now for storage.
Yep. They cleaned it up.
Built some shelves out there, done a lot of work in that shed.
So that bid, which again falls into budget, this is information, is $9,700 for all that. We did have, once typical happens when you get into these projects, there were a couple areas and things we added to the painting project out here. The wood has been painted. We're repainting the stripes, the yellow traffic stripes and that sort of thing. So that costs us a little bit more than we had anticipated. But Brandon's out there painting right now. Give him the thumbs up. You'll know that he can start whenever he wants. He'll power wash everything, scrape it, prep it, seal up. There's a couple broken spots on cinder blocks, seal that up and paint it with a high durable exterior block paint. Chief mentioned our air conditioning. We have 2 units that are 26, 27 years.
One's 26, one's 27 years old.
And the one is kaput. The coil up ahead is leaking. They've been out here several times trying to fix it.
Ceiling up here.
And we have a bid with some significant discounts on it. Pretty nice. To replace both air conditioning units. I figured get them up, they're out here, might as well get them both at the same time. They're both well overdue for $13,235. That's for Summers. Again, that's a budgeted item to keep you informed of what's going on.
They're the same company and same system that we just put in the other station a few months ago.
The other item we have, this actually should have been up with the concrete work and the septic field. The first step we need is a certified survey of our facility. Our last survey doesn't include the markings of where our building is and all that sort of stuff. So we figured we might as well get the full thing done. We've notified the farmer that we're reclaiming that property back there. That survey, I believe, is $6,000, no, $4,000. Get it here. Josh received several bids. He chose one that has 10-page contracts. So yes, $4,000. Again, budgeted item. We want to make sure that it's informed of what we're doing.
How much did you say?
4,000 for that survey. Next item is item being moved up from capital improvement fund from last year, actually a little bit this year as well, to cover that. And that is some extrication equipment to replace the extrication equipment that we have in service on our engine here. Chief, you want to, the total cost of that's $60,143.55.
Yeah, so the jaws of life, basically, the cutters that we have on this engine here, about 10 years old. The RAM unit, which is the third unit, is already out of service. And it's not practical to replace it or fix it because of its age. This is a plan we've had for a couple of years anyways, to change this to the same model that we have with brand, basically, like we have on the heavy rescue, so we have some compatibility. So going switching from First to Montro, he gave us a discount on this, and he's also providing the brackets, the mounting brackets free of charge. So it's a new spreader, a cutter, a ram unit, and a mini cutter for like cutting like steering wheels and stuff like that. And all the mounting hardware and all that stuff. So it'll basically finish out the rescue equipment. We've been upgrading over the last couple of years on the fire engine here.
Again, this, we have in our capital improvement plan a certain amount of funding each year to do this type of thing, and as we're not our concrete work, will be moving forward with getting that project done. Any questions, Chief?
I got a question on the survey. Did you get more than one estimate?
Yes, we have 3 or 4.
Did Ashton get into it?
Ashton is the one.
Ashton's a local survey.
Ashton Land Surveyor. He's the one doing it.
Ashton is. So you don't have to tell. I went to high school. He surveyed my farm there last year. And what was interesting, when they got to the southwest corner, they discovered the original stone was put there.
Oh, really?
And it's put when he sent me a copy of the survey. But it was a mess because it was through the woods and the hills and hollers. But with the GPS, after he'd done it, our little neighbors back in the field moved their survey stakes. The kid come back out there, and I mean, it was just a matter of positioning to move it back 2 feet. He thought he was gonna. That's the one that was just arrested for trial.
Don't say anything.
Yeah, trial. I hope they put him in jail for life.
All right. So we're moving on many of these projects. The only other project, which is a minimal project, is the Christmas wreaths. One of them was beat up in the wind, and so we're having it rebuilt. And you probably have seen the lights that have been put out here that will help out with all that too. So, but a lot of things going forward. And again, Chief Hendrick does a good job moving and keeping all these things in place. At some juncture on this rescue equipment, when the new stuff comes in and actually placed on the truck, we will go through a process of either a donation or a sale of the old rescue equipment, which that'll come up in our meeting. I mentioned Michelle has worked with us clarifying a number of things on our budget. You don't anticipate any big changes in our budget next year. We have our budget process takes place right around the same time that the state tells us how much money we get through our lit local income tax money. So it's always a little bit of a change, a little bit of a guessing game. But really the only significant thing that changes in our budget for next year is our accounting software and in the scope of life. It doubled in price from $1,200 to $2,400. So other than that, it's moving things around, dealing with the cemeteries and that sort of stuff. But most everything's the same. We have we budgeted this year monies upon recommendation of DGLF and Michelle confirmed we no longer need to have a rainy day fund. So we budgeted that money. So some of the funds of the money that's in our repairs, capital improvement will actually spend out of the rainy day fund as well. So that fund will be depleted as soon as some of these bills get paid. We're working with Tom's Web on how we can not have to show all these depleted funds going forward. So that shouldn't be a problem. We're working on that. Under our capital improvement fund, I won't go through the details. We'll get it all next month, but we have a plan. Are looking at as we take over our field there for the septic field to potentially begin putting training tower that's basically built out of storage of shipping containers. And they've done this in several places. And we're looking into that.
We're working on that. There's been, I go past there.
Very similar to that's what we're looking at. There's a place down here at the end of Alexandria Pike
It's making
in
it.
Richland Township
Yeah.
that builds those for all over the place. You're actually building it. $1 million one for the city of Carmel right
They
now.
make some nice little
Should we
units
charge,
over there.
like, for people to use, like, for, will we get revenue for like charging, like renting it out for?
Not generally
training
speaking,
space.
mostly it's gonna be for us. If we were hosting a class that we were charging for, there could be some, that, there's potential for that. The biggest advantage to that is
Our people are here. rather
We're
than-
gonna do it ourselves.
well, it'll be a project of, we're going to put down some concrete for the slab.
Yeah.
So that'll be the contract for that, and then they would come and set the containers.
And it'll be
Most
spread,
of it will be done by somebody.
it'll be spread out over 2 or 3 years.
Yes, exactly.
One of the things that we'd like to be able to do, or at least look into, is some acquisition of some more farmland going that way. There's a chunk there that will be cut off, and or access, to have another road access to, or road.
Basically, if we
Driveway.
get one piece of property that we can get access from that straight, that drive that comes in off of Phelps into the pike. So trucks coming to train don't have to drive around the building and go back here, over top where the new septic's gonna be at and all that. Access potential.
So that'll all be reported in our capital improvement plan, and those things change as things come up. So
It's a multi-year project for a training center.
which is part of the reason why we want the survey to be able to start placing, or at least have a mark off where we can put, if we don't get any additional property, where we can put that. I did, as we worked with the DGLF in clearing up some different accounts, we have that EMS non-reverting fund, which is money from the Richland Township ambulance that been turned over to collections. This year, I believe we received $28. It keeps going down. So I wasn't sure, because I called the lawyer and said, how much do we have outstanding? The DGLF wants us to put a budget number down of income and expense. Obviously, if we get more income, it's not a problem because additional appropriations and spend it. But they said, well, things have slowed down, obviously a good bit, but I have a list of the debts owed to Richland Township that are on the books totaling $32,462. So there is potential money out there. If we're only getting $28 a year, it'll be a long time, but we did want to make sure we had some idea what those numbers were. So that's that story. A lot of items of things that we're purchasing, doing, that we've been planning on. Any questions or comments or suggestions?
People do the good work.
Any comments from the public? Well, he's one of our taxpayers. He's actually here. We can count him as being here.
That's what I was like, I'm gonna go in here.
Yeah, that's right. I was talking to your wife the other night and said, you ought to come. Chief, anything?
No, just really appreciate all the stuff with the education tools, the vape paint, and it's a lot of money, but just making everything better. So,
Bill, anything?
Everything's fine.
Bill? Michelle?
No.
All right,
Motion to adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
Aye.
Motion is carried. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion to adjourn. Thank you all. Before we go outside, let's make sure I get some signatures.